Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Animal pets will go to any extent to protect their owner from harm, even if it means sacrificing their own lives. Fortunately, some of those spectacular events were captured on camera for everybody to witness. So now we have assembled 14 movies of animal heroes defending their owners. A tiger realized that a leopard was about to assault and perhaps murder a zookeeper and interrupted it in its tracks just in time. A wonderful scene occurred when a stray dog stopped traffic and assisted a group of kindergarten students in crossing a busy roadway. This cat was on high alert when she observed the infant playing with the hot stove, and she saved him from being burnt. Derek is the man in the water, and he works at the elephant sanctuary. He has a strong bond with the elephants, particularly Kamla. When the elephant finds Derek in the water, she fears for his safety. So she dives into the water to save him. She attempts to pull him out of the water in the most gentle and caring way possible. Incredible. Justin Ireland was a gas station attendant in Saco, Maine in the United States, when a forceful invader entered. However, as soon as the invader decided to strike, his faithful dog was there to save the day. Ireland the dog replies by attacking and biting the offender. That wonderful dog bit both sides of the man's face and caused him to flee. Cows are notoriously deadly creatures. When they are enraged, they not only swat with their horns but also stomp on humans with their legs. Consider the impact of a fully grown hostile cow on you. It would be terrible. Even though cows do not consume humans, they kill 4 times more people each year than sharks. The cow in issue believed Farmer Boyd was attempting to harm her calf, whilst she was merely assisting. Thus the cause for the forceful attack that nearly killed the farmer, but Boyd's horse Carrie rushed to her help. The cow was assaulted by the horse. The cow fled, leaving Boyd on the ground with sore shoulders. What this Boyd was able to call for assistance? What if the horse hadn't been present on that particular day? It'd have been a very different story. Gorillas are feared for their strength in physical force. But did you know that these human cousins may be kind as well? If you recall the incident of a 3-year-old kid who slipped into a gorilla enclosure at the Brickfield Zoo in Illinois, you believe with me that animals may be angelic as well. It seemed almost incredible that if a gorilla could destroy a fully grown man in minutes, he could easily destroy a child in seconds. Instead of this gorilla doing such to this youngster, the motherly animals shocked everyone who watched the incident. She abandoned her baby and walked ahead to grab up the small boy and carry him to the rescue squad. There was no harm done, except for the injuries the child got when he fell in front of the gorilla. She then returned to pick up her baby and breastfeed it. You have to question whether this is the same planet where folks leave even their warts. Shark-infested waterways or hazard zones, we all know this, but it doesn't stop scuba divers from venturing into the sea. When a scuba diver dived into the sea, she had no clue she would be seeing something completely different from the previous experiences she had been knowledgeable with for over 28 years of sea kayaking. She hadn't dived too deep when she saw a whale trying to sneak her in with her fin, doing everything she could to protect her as a mother does her child. She didn't comprehend what was causing the whale's weird behavior, but it only took a few seconds for her to look around and know she was in danger. The shark waited nearby, waiting for an opportunity to strike, but the scuba diver was fortunate enough to swiftly grasp her new mother's message, allowing her to flee the shark's domain. The shark would not have been happy with the whale. A rabbit would be one of the last creatures on the list of animals willing to protect a human's life. This is not to suggest that rabbits aren't clever. In fact, they are one of the sharpest animals on the list of intelligent animals. However, looking at their size, you can never know whether they would be capable of reconsidering rescuing a human's life. Simon Stegall, who lives in the United Kingdom, went into a diabetic coma unexpectedly. His wife, who was with him, did not notice because she assumed the man had simply fallen asleep while watching something she must have thought was boring to him. However, the rabbit noticed something was wrong and jumped on Simon's chest and began stomping on it until the wife noticed and called an ambulance. Dolphins admire people just as much as humans adore them, and we believe that one of the reasons we adore dolphins is because of their intellect. They also have a kind demeanor toward people. Perhaps a narrative will solidify our affection for dolphins even more. A lifeguard called Rob House, 3 other lifeguards, and his young daughter were swimming off the coast of New Zealand, uninformed of the approaching threat. Suddenly, a swarm of dolphins swam towards and encircled them. Their tails and fins are thrashing in the water. They were all worried, wondering what was wrong with the dolphins, until Rob happened to notice the white shark approaching. Because the dolphin had caused some activity, the shark leaped over them, and they were fortunate that a rescue boat arrived soon to save the scenario. Dolphins are incredibly compassionate creatures. This footage shows how a parrot rescued a whole family from being burned alive in a fire. Around 4 o'clock in the morning, Lara Jean and her fiancé awoke to the unending chatter of Pearly, their parrot. Yet Pearly would never start chirping this early in the morning, especially when there was no one around to start up a discussion. However, Pearly was playing a different role in that situation, asking for everyone to rise and go check on the fire that had nearly consumed the laundry area. The couple would not have been able to call the fire department if it hadn't been for the bird's repeated cries. Fire is not a good thing, especially when it comes while you're sleeping. Both will be eternally thankful for the lovely bird. Cougars may be found throughout Canada, and this hiker came upon one. Fortunately, he was accompanied by his Labrador. The cougar does not back down, and the dog tries all in its power to protect its owner and scare the cougar away. The dude attempts to make loud noises as well. However, the wild beast must be really hungry, since he continues to press forward and is ready to strike if the couple makes a mistake. They were able to flee after many stressful minutes in this dramatic encounter. Have you ever heard of a 12-year-old girl who was saved by lions? Most likely not. However, there was a period when this story about a 12-year-old girl being kidnapped by several males was widely circulated on the internet. She was walking home from school when a group of guys stopped her and abducted her. They kidnapped her and brought her far into the forest to carry out their sinister plans or to blackmail her parents for a ransom. However, the kidnappers were pursued by a group of lions. What do you think will happen next? Normally, when we look at animals, we would expect the lions to attack the helpless child. She continued to cry incessantly, but the lions surrounded her without even attempting to scratch her. When the lions spotted cops approaching, they left her. The rescuers came to her aid the next day. They couldn't figure out why the carnivorous animals suddenly transformed into angels. However, experts suggest that the animals were frightened off by the girl's weeping. They thought the lions thought she sobbed like one of their pups. As a result, they assumed they had to look after her. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. In today's subscriber pick, an intruder is seen, aiming a pistol at the employees. While the dog jumps into action, the intruder is prevented from causing any problem. Robert Briggs gazed in adoration at black bears before turning to continue climbing in Northern California. While watching the bear from 40 feet away, the 69-year-old had no idea that something would go wrong. He had no idea a vicious mountain lion was following him. As he turned to leave, the cat pounced on his rucksack with all 4 paws, knocking him on the ground, according to Big. As he lay powerless, he smashed the animal's head with his rock pick. But it was tough and wouldn't let go. He didn't have any weapons, therefore, if there was a fight, this wild animal would win. Another force quickly snatched the mountain lion's throat, and all he could hear were screams of anguish. A bear removed the cat's grasp on his rucksack, and the 2 creatures struggled for more than 15 seconds. Because of weighing more, the bear overcame the cougar, and he was forced to flee for his life. The bear returned to her cubs, and Briggs was grateful to this animal for her caring deed. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.